Tonight, we celebrate the 33rd annual Empire Ball, but it's not just another night of networking, dinner, and dancing. All of you are here for another reason. To help unlock the cure for diabetes.
So I've been involved with the DRI for over 10 years. I've heard about this tour. The honorees have attended every year. They always come back with sort of such renewed interest and enthusiasm.
That enthusiasm was felt firsthand last month when your 2016 Empire Ball honorees, Lucy G. Carter, Burt Rahm, and Paul J. Amrich, along with co-chairs and committee members, toured the Diabetes Research Institute in Miami. They met with the DRI's director, Dr. Camillo Ricordi, visited many of the labs, and heard directly from several researchers who are passionately committed to curing this disease. All of the research they learned about hit home when they met and spoke with one of the DRI's islet transplant patients who had been free from insulin therapy for 6 years.
The miraculous thing, I have to say, the transplant brings back that ability to feel when your blood sugar is going low. And I cannot tell you how amazing that is. If it could help one child, I would do it all over again.
For us to actually meet Victoria, who was a success story, is proof evident that the money is going to a resource that can find this cure, and she's proof positive of that.
I think what's most impressive about DRI is the passion of the scientists and the doctors here and how they're moving so quickly with a goal to find a cure. A cure is probably a lot closer than what a lot of people realize.
Victoria is just one of the DRI's islet transplant patients who are living without the need for insulin injections. Their personal stories offer hope and inspiration to those with diabetes.
We are on our way to finding a cure, and it's because of the islet cell transplant program here. This is the place that the cure will be found.
They've changed my world for me, my whole life. Totally insulin-free for over 10 years now.
The continued support from the New York real estate and construction community is critical for helping the DRI unlock the cure.
When you're asked to be a part of something like this and you're able to come down and visit and truly see and meet a patient or, see the scientists at work, it draws you in and you realize that it's not just raising money and, going to an event.
The Empire Ball has raised more than $36 million for diabetes research.
I've met a bunch of people now, probably a dozen in the last 2 weeks, who've come up to me, a few crying because they were now realize they have a direct connection through me to DRI, to the Empire Ball.
Thanks to generous people like you, scientists are building on their progress to develop the DRI BioHub, a bioengineered mini organ that mimics the pancreas. The first patient was transplanted in August of 2015 and remains insulin-free.
2 patients have been off their insulin for more than a year after a pancreatic cell transplant. CBS 2's Dr. Max Gomez is here to tell us how they did it and what's next. Doctor.
Yeah, that's right, Maurice. Now, taking donor insulin-producing cells, called beta cells, and transplanting them into a diabetic has been done before, but they don't last very long. Eventually, the autoimmune attack that caused the diabetes in the first place kills off the transplanted cells. Here's how researchers are getting around that. 11-year-old Todd Rubenstein has type 1 diabetes, and so does his father, Mitchell. For father and son, that means frequent testing of their blood sugar to avoid potentially deadly complications.
When you wake up in the morning, you gotta know what your blood sugar is. Last thing you do before you go to bed at night is you test your blood sugar. Is it too high? Is it too low? Is it just right?
For young Todd, that means testing before almost any activity most of us take for granted, like eating.
Before I eat, you should not eat without knowing what the sugar is.
They both use continuous blood sugar monitors and insulin pumps, but they are a crude imitation of Mother Nature. That's why scientists at the Diabetes Research Institute, the DRI, at the University of Miami, have been working for years to figure a way to transplant the insulin-producing cells that could become a cure for type 1 diabetes. That's what Wendy Peacock received 15 months ago.
I can't think of anything that would change our lives more.
I firmly believe this is going to happen in our lifetime.
The DRI is changing lives, but there's more work to be done. You can keep the DRI's research moving closer to a cure. With your help, there is hope.
I believe the DRI will absolutely find a cure for diabetes.
The DRI will make it happen.
Everyone needs to be all in so we unlock the cure.
Let's unlock the cure.
We will never stop fighting, and we will never stop raising money until we unlock the cure.